Literally last month, I made a video showing my edges gone. Cue the picture that I put on the screen now. That was my edges literally a month ago. So I've lost interest to insult people. Let me tell you, that one is big. You know why? Because you're talking and you're not saying the best things about the people that's close to you, then what are you thinking and saying about me? And then I'm gonna assume that you're bringing negative energy around me, and then I'll probably not want to be around you anymore. And like last year, I did a video just like this where I did a reflection of my past year and just what I learned and what I plan to work on for the very next year. So with that, I'm extremely excited to do another reflection. That video didn't really do so well on the platform, but if you do go check it out, it's actually a really good video. I went back and I rewatched it and I really had a good time reflecting based on it. But overall, I do these videos because I also want my content on my channel to give the vibe to inspire reflection. Ever since I left school, I suddenly had so much time to reflect and work on myself. And overall, whenever you have that type of mindset to make things better, you can't really change people around you, but if you change your attitude, it makes things a whole lot easier and it makes you happier. So long story short, I shared my reflections last year and I'm here again to talk about the major lessons I learned and what I'm working on next. The big thing that I did last year, towards the end of the year, one of my old schoolmates, she passed away, and I hear people say live in the moment. That which happened to her really struck me because it was right after pharmacy school. We worked so hard to go through that type of schooling. It takes so much out of you, and it's the one thing you're looking so much forward to is the day you're finished and working in your career and moving towards the next phase of your life, because schooling, it was really consuming us. And to know that very shortly after finishing school and having that aha, let me go live my life moment, is when she unfortunately passed away. And I don't really want to dive deep into that and how much it affected me. I don't really want to make it a draggy video right now. I don't want to talk about it. But what it did to me is I say, you know what, live in the moment. Such a overused term, maybe lost its value because so many people say live in the moment, but it's so true. And that's what I paid a lot of attention to last year, 2024, and I'm happy about the way I approached it, right? So I was saying everything you do, like your favorite meal, every meal, just really extract the flavors out of it, enjoy everything. I was pregnant and last year, so I became a mother, which is probably the biggest turnaround that happened for me. But even the awful times in the pregnancy, the pain and everything, I was like, oh, so much pain, but I'm so grateful. That was really, trust me, I juiced everything out of my experiences last year. And just that mindset really turns, it somehow drags more of a positive experience more to you as things go. So though I had my ups and downs, I feel like just because of my attitude, it was literally a successful year. So now the big lesson that I decided that I'm going to take from 2024 and practice in 2025. So as I say, I was living in the moment for 2024. What I'm bringing over now, what I'm working on now, is the power of the tongue. I'm actually going to take time to practice being more careful with the things I say, be more mindful of how it affects the person that it's directed towards or about. And so also too, the power of the tongue when you talk about yourself. So I would be like, the mindset of saying I can't do that and oh, it's so hard and whatever, like changing your words and actually saying positive things and believing positive things about yourself. I do strongly believe that words are manifestations. So what you say about yourself, what you say about others, it reflects a lot on you, and it can have heavy impact on you, of course. I do believe in karma. So even if I think things, of course I'm not perfect, I think things that are way off, that aren't necessarily the best opinions or whatever on topics, I'm trying not to say it out loud because I also believe that it can be karma. I do believe in karma. I do believe that life takes its cycles and try to teach you lessons. So if you do something wrong now, I believe that based on my attitude towards it, if I'm a don't care, whatever, that type of mindset, I believe that the lesson will come back around to me. I do believe it. Not necessarily being, it's almost like a way of teaching you or letting you know that you were wrong. So I do believe in words. In this case, the manifestation part of words. So like you say something negative about someone, you're overly critical about someone else's experience. I somehow believe that you might be manifesting it into your life for yourself. But that doesn't mean my sense of humor will be gone. Like, I still want to maintain my sense of humor, which some people, I don't think everybody can appreciate my sense of humor. But that's another point. And I believe also that my brain is a safe space. So I can think what I want to think in my head, but how it portrays outside, I must be mindful of who it's being delivered to or about, right? And it also tells the spirit of people to do. I realize that the less I speak or say about things or people or whatever, it gives people more room to actually open up their mind and let you know what's inside their heads. And it helps you to filter people, not in a bad way, but you have to be mindful of the type of people you keep around you. And I wouldn't want somebody to be around me that doesn't wish the best for their next friend or their next family member. You get me? So if you're talking and you're not saying the best things about the people that's close to you, then what are you thinking and saying about me? And then I'm gonna assume that you're bringing negative energy around me, and then I'll probably not want to be around you anymore. And you cannot blame me for having that type of mindset. It sounds like I'm targeting somebody when I'm saying this, but I actually have no one in my head. As I'm saying this, it's just like a conglomerate of just people, how people are overall. But anyways, so with that also, I've lost interest to insult people. Let me tell you, that one is big. You know why? Because you have a lot of people who say, oh, someone insults me, so I'll insult them back to even the ground, or let them know that, oh, I can be rude too, or you're not gonna get away with saying this and that type of mindset. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't slip up still. I for sure still slip up, but I've practiced it a bit in last year, where someone would say something sly or insulting to me, and instead of jabbing them back, I just be like, I don't know if you noticed, but I never insulted you. There's no need to be dishing insults. No one's insulting anyone. There's no need. And I feel like saying that, honestly, on the bad side of that, it's like I feel like I'm more mature. But that's not really the best thing to be extracting from it. But there is a form of ease and feel good when you didn't stoop as low as the next person. It feels great. It feels really good. It makes me feel like this is a new me. Because one time I used to go there. I used to make sure that, like, if someone insults me first, I'm coming at you the lowest. But like, it opens the gate for me to say anything. That was me. And at the end of the day, first of all, it burns bridges completely. So that person, just consider them no more. It's like you never come back the same after dishing heavy insults. So it's good to be the person to just stop it right there as the insults start. Overall though, you get the point. So another thing that I want to work on is to keep family goals private. Now, you guys know I am a mother. I'm not even I talk a lot about motherhood and how amazing it is and what it means to me and everything. I speak about that a lot. So I won't even do that now. I won't bore you anymore. But since I have my happy place, what I cherish so much, my family goals and stuff, I want to keep it to myself and within my family. I don't want to share it with anybody. I don't have an interest with telling people what's going on. I finally have the family dynamic I've always desired, and I want to protect it the best way I possibly can. And that involves keeping all our goals and everything related. And with that, it just means keeping things private. And with that, because I am thinking in this direction now, I am very wary of people who dish out their family business. I just met you, or I'm just not a part of your family, or I'm just not there with you. and someone just starts spilling the secrets of their family. Oh, that one is this and that one does that. I remember sometime last year, there is a friend of a family that's really close, and I really admired the friendship dynamic, familyness of that person, and I mentioned it. I was like, I really like this girl. I can see how much she really cares about such and such. And I already came in extremely positive, and I was genuine with my statement, but the response I got was like, but she's jealous though, but she's this though. And I'm like, there was absolutely no need for that to drop into this situation at all. And I'm like, if you're saying that like that, how much do you tear me apart when I leave the room? Nah, I don't think this is my space. Another thing is, I think it's more of something to just be aware of. Because I'm now a mother, I want to make sure that I don't raise my son with conditional love. So I grew up in an environment where conditional love was the thing, as in it's only conditional love. It's like, you do this, I'll show you love. You don't do this, I'll shun you. That's the setting I grew up with. By the way, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. So if you don't fall into the category of what persons want or the family wants or whatever, then they don't want to have anything to do with you. That's how I grew up. So because of that, I want to start thinking about making sure that my children, I only have one now, but I intend to have many more. I want to make sure that my children don't feel that sense of lack of love if they are expressing themselves or being the person who they want to be. Everybody has their personality. It most likely won't line up with everything I want. But one thing must always be consistent, and it's true love for my children. You get me? And I really believe that it starts from now. It can't be passive love or conditional love starting now and then when they're 20 I decide that, I want to show you how much I love you. I think it's something that starts from as young as baby stage, as newborn stage, which is why I intentionally say I want to 100% breastfeed my son. I want to make sure the bonding is there. I want him to be stable. You understand? And I really believe it starts from now. So that's just what I'm also paying attention to. I want to also stop being so available to, just stop being overly available to people, because it opens the room for disrespect. So why am I saying this? I realize that because I'm a stay-at-home mom, which it's an extremely 3 full-time jobs all the time. It's 24/8. I don't need to tell you. If you know, if you don't, you don't, whatever. I'm not trying to convince anybody, which is another point I need to do. I need to stop trying to convince people that I'm doing something important. I already know I am. Why am I so insecure about it to the point where I need to express to people that I'm doing an important job? Anyways, that's another point. But I want to stop being so available to people. I'm the type of person, like, if you're calling me, if I know you, I'm not talking spam calls. If you're calling me, I'm going to answer the phone. I'm going to be available to talk to you whenever. And I'll try to multitask or put off what I'm doing in the moment or whatever to make room to have that conversation with whoever the heck is calling me. But I realized that opens the room for a lot of disrespect. Meaning, if it's with someone who has a 9 to 5 or an actual work structured schedule, it's like I'm in their mind as not doing anything. Especially since I answer the phone every time they call. You get me? Anytime they call, I'll be like, hey, what's up, whatever. And I'm ready to have the discussion, and I multitask or shift things around just to have that talk with them. Because of course I don't have a set schedule like that. I realized that the people I give this access, they feel like they can say anything to me and get away with it and everything, or just say passive comments like, but you're not doing anything anyways. I have not slept since I was 3 months pregnant. You can see the bags under my eyes. I have not had a full-on sleep since I was 3 months pregnant, because that's when you have to get up every couple minutes to go, feel like you're getting up every 5 minutes to go pee. So since I was 3 months pregnant, I have not slept. So I just find it wild, but it's my fault at the end of the day, because that's the image that I allowed to be portrayed, because I'm always available. So that's it. I'm not like, now I'll have a certain time where I'll pick up the phone, and it will be more in the evening time where things are winding down or whatever. That's when I'm available, because I'm extremely busy at the end of the day anyways. So why make room for you and then in the end you disrespect me? So I also, on that point now, I need to also be more confident in my dynamic. Like I said, I am a stay-at-home. Now there are people who value it, and there are a lot of people, especially in this American society, that doesn't think it's anything. They think I'm not doing anything, I'm just wasting time, which is so far from the truth. So because of that, sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time, I'm wasting my degree, because I am a doctor of pharmacy. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing, and I know that what I'm doing is very important, and what I'm doing, though it's hard work, it's what I prefer to put my energy towards. And also the job market is extreme, and at the end of the day, I'm very grateful for the type of family dynamic that I have. It's what I've always wanted. I'm very grateful for what I have now, and it allows for the family dynamic that's needed to actually have a family that's mentally stable, if you know what I mean. Let's talk about the physical real quick. So physical changes or whatever, motherhood really did a lot of things to me, and I can happily say that I'm finally back to the weight I was before pregnancy. So I started out pregnancy at a 136 to 138. I was just fluctuating between 136 and 138. And then during pregnancy, I think I went as high as 160 or 150 something, 155 in that direction, or 160, I think. Somewhere around there. After giving birth, I was 140 for a very long time, 145. And I think there was one time period where I was just extremely stressed and I just dropped to the weight, and thank God. Sometimes a little stress can fix your weight a little. So that happened and my weight went back to 136, and I am so grateful. And actually I did go to the gym a couple times. I want to get back into that more active thing where I'm more consistent with going to the gym. I started probably a month or two ago, and then I fell off of it again because it's my baby's moving into the toddler phase now. He's crawling and standing and on the verge of walking, and oh my goodness, what is energy, what is time? But I do hope to structure things a bit where I can have a steady gym schedule where I'm heading to the gym, because I do want to get my body toned. I really technically have my old body, but I want it toned. I'm ready to get it toned and looking. I don't want to look athletic and hard. I don't like that tough look, but I want to look neat. That's it, neat. I want to look neat. So that's it. Hair. So I cut my hair off in February of last year, and I've been making videos on the progress of my hair and everything, and boom, I had a baby, and postpartum hair loss hit me, and oh my gosh, I lost my edges, which are magically back. Literally last month I made a video showing my edges gone. Cue the picture that I put on the screen now. That was my edges literally a month ago, and I posted a video on it. Go check it out and everything. And then I started taking these hair vitamins and using my hair growth oil, and my edges are back. It's ridiculously, I can't believe it. So the hair vitamins were actually sent to me by the company. So they're called Black Girl Vitamin, and they after I posted my video, they sent the vitamin over to me and said, you know what, just give us a review, what you think about it and whatever. And they gave me a code to give to my viewers for 20% off on the thing. So it's not a sponsorship, they're not sponsoring me. They just asked me, like, hey, check out our vitamins, tell us what you think and give a review on it. This is not where I wanted to talk about it, but since we're talking about it, let's talk about it. I'll do another video after this actually mentioning it. And my edges grew back. The vitamins, they just fill in. It's hair vitamins, hair, skin and nail vitamins, so they technically just fill in the nutrients that are missing in your diet. So, but it also gives a boost of the extra vitamins and minerals and stuff that are more linked to hair, skin and nail growth. So I tried it out and I am impressed. But so I wasn't planning on even mentioning it in this video, but since I did, I'll put the code in the description and the link. So if you guys want to try it out and go enjoy yourself. What's the next thing? So I had a hard time accepting the fact that my hair was now short. So of course I did my own hair. I did some extension to my hair, clearly, but I really had a hard time dealing with the short hair. So it was really rough on that. So I'm excited for my hair length doubling. So now it actually finally hits my shoulder. So now I'm hoping I can, by the end of the year, I can get it down to probably the top of my boobs, somewhere here. Let's see what happens. Excited about a hair growth journey. So overall though, that's my year in review. I feel like I was more chatty than organized in this video, but I'm glad I did it, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And comment, say something, like, subscribe, all the usual. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.